Alright folks, welcome back. This is David Soper, the sommelier here at the Wooden Vine. And here we're going to talk about wine at the Vine. And today's topic is going to be Rosé. And it's the perfect time of year for that. We're in spring, sun's shining outside, people are sitting out on the porches. Now the only problem that people have with this is that what do they have in their glass? Pink wine. And so my goal, and a lot of other wine lovers' goals here in the United States and elsewhere, is to dispel the myth that pink wine equals sweet wine. No, we're talking about bone-dry wine here, folks. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not fruity. It's going to have a lot of good fruit to it, but some of the best dry rosé in the world comes from the Old World region. So we're talking about Tavel, France, folks, probably the most famous region in the world for rosé. Now here, I have a domestic rosé from Coppola, Sofia Coppola, Coppola's daughter, which the United States just now is starting to really make some good quality dry rosé. And there are a couple of different methods for making rosé. You can do a blending approach, where you're literally just taking white wine and blending it with a little bit of red wine. And of course, thus you have pink wine. But all the juice, of course, is all dry. Probably the most popular approach and the most effective and quality approach is the Saignée method, or a bleed-off method as we call it here in the United States, where you're making a wine and it's on its way to becoming a red wine, and as the winemaker you're just saying, alright, stop, we're going to just go ahead and bleed off the juice, and it literally is a maceration period of only like 30 minutes, between 30 minutes to a whole day. And you're just extracting just enough color from those skins to just get a little bit of tannin in the wine, a little bit of that strawberry kind of characteristic, cranberry, and so the most popular grapes in the world for making rosé wine are going to probably be your number one, Grenache, Pinot Noir, Syrah, Cinsault. And that's because in Old World, especially in France, you have the Rhone region, which is where these grape varietals are popular and where they're most known for creating rosé wine. And it just came about as a popular kind of a wine to just sit outside and drink when you don't really want a white wine and you don't really want a full-bodied red wine to drink. And so the characteristics that you'll find in rosé wine are lots of good strawberry fruit, dry, so you're not going to have really a whole lot of sweetness, and then some of them even have kind of a leathery, kind of a minty component to them, and those are going to be your Old World varieties. And so you can find some of the same rosé made from really any red grape, though, here in the United States now. We're seeing rosé from Cabernet, we're seeing rosé from Merlot, Malbec. Any red grape you really can make rosé from, but the most classical grapes are going to be from Grenache and Syrah. And you can find those all over the world. And once again, folks, the best ones are going to come from regions like Tavel and the south of France. And once again, you'll find them from all over the world. So that's it. That's my piece on rosé. Don't be scared of pink wine. Go out, try a glass. We certainly have it here at the Wooden Vine. We'll be featuring over the spring and summer a couple of different glass pours for you to try.